Hey there, it's Ray Tatter. And live with me in the studio is Ed Fletcher, who is a producer of Sacramento Has Talent. And Mr. Harbison, you are, what do you do with that? What do you...
So I'm going to be hosting the
Oh,
live
the
audition.
host. That's great.
Very excited about that, actually.
Yeah. Well, tell me about it. What is it?
This is our third year of having Access Sacramento Has Talent. It's basically a really broad-based talent event that's a fundraiser for our neighborhood news program. And we're really excited about bringing it back to the Crest April 2nd.
And the neighborhood news program, by the way, if you don't know, is really kind of a wonderful brainchild of this station to get people involved in public events.
Right. Basically, the Neighborhood News Bureau, we pay young people from neighborhoods that aren't so good to write about their communities. And as you know, the communities that do the most talking are generally the best neighborhoods. If you don't call the cops when you see bad things happening in your neighborhood or you see trash out there, then things don't happen. So we're paying these kids to write about their communities, to blog, to podcast, to do videos, and to share about their experiences. And it's also an opportunity for them to grow and improve their skills and prepare themselves for college.
Also, you know, it's also support for the arts, too. Not only is it support for journalism or just being community conscious, but it's also support for the arts because it's an arts, this is an art show.
Right.
Fabulous. So what kind of, have you done this program before?
So this is my first year with Sacramento Has Talent. I couldn't be more excited to see what talent shows up. I mean, I've lived in Sacramento my whole life, so I know we're an extremely talented city. So I can't wait to see what varying types of abilities we get to show up.
Yeah, very, very interesting. There's lots of wonderful talent, dance talent,
Absolutely.
musical talent, acting talent, comedy talent.
I think there were hula hoopers last year.
Wow.
There's rumors of knife jugglers this year, so it really kind of runs the gamut from
knife jugglers.
You're right, from safe to not so safe.
And last year, the open audition was limited to a cappella singing only. This year, we've expanded it, and we're going to allow dancers and other performers who want to come. So it's really going to be an interesting, fun show, just the open audition.
So could people come to the audition even if they don't audition? Can they watch that?
Well, no, they can hang out in the hallway, but we don't have room in the studio to get
you're doing it
an
in
audience
studio.
here.
Nuts. But they can come to the Sacramento's Has Talent.
Right.
Yes.
We've plenty of room for them at the Crest when we have the final.
Great. Patrick, do you enjoy this kind of thing?
I love this kind of thing. I mean, it's always a pleasure for me to get my Ryan Seacrest on, you know? And so I look at my role as kind of being on hand to make sure that everybody feels at ease and feels comfortable and is, you know, just as best prepared to go in and give the audition as I can make them feel. So I'm really, really excited about participating.
Yeah,
for sure.
And it must. What's really great about this audition is that so much diverse talent comes. You talk about the knife throwing thing. You probably will have some other things that are just, you know, I joked before the show, I said I play the bass ocarina.
Right, we got to get you an audition.
I don't. but
I laughed at that joke before the show, even though I don't know what a bass ocarina is.
An ocarina, it looks like a potato and it has little holes in it and you blow into it and it has about maybe a half octave. So you could play the ocarina and they have different sizes.
I think the producer just heard that. We're going to have you do it on the show.
Oh my God, no. So, okay, you know, you brought some video about this here.
Right, we've got a clip from last year's winner. This is Julie Vang. She won the Hmong Has Talent. We found her through that and invited her to be on our show. And it's a beautiful performance.
Well, Ed, can we have a look at it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Sit back, Patrick, and pow. Here we go.
Julie Vang, and this is called Gavin Song. I wish you freedom. I wish you peace. I wish you the nights of stars that's begging you to sleep. wish you heartache that leaves you more a man. I wish I could be there, but I can't. I wish you places that sit so still, where people never ever change and never ever will. I wish I could hold you and make you understand. I wish I could be there, but I can't. Be good for your mama, 'cause you need your hand to hold. Boy, she loves you more than you'll ever know. Now there are rhymes and there are reasons in time, and nothing stay the same. But you know my love still remains. I wish you wisdom, I wish you years, I wish you armies to conquer all your fears. I wish you courage for all that life demands. I wish I could be there, but I can't. Be good for your mama, 'cause you need your hand to hold. Boy, she loves you more than you'll ever know. Now there are rhymes and there are reasons in time, and nothing stay the same. But you know my love still remains. If I could say all the words I would say, I think about you every day, and that was my mistake. Be good for your mama, 'cause you need your hand to hold. Boy, she loves you more than you'll ever know. There are rhymes and there are reasons in time, and nothing stay the same. But you know my love still remains. I wish we were together, I wish I was home. I wish there were nights where I was never alone. I know that I said it, but I'll say it once again. I wish I could be there, but I can't. Ooh. Thank you.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, she's an amazing performer.
Yeah.
And it was close. There were so many good acts.
Yeah.
One of the Latin dancer we had on there, a month later he was on America Has Talent.
Well,
so-
Ms. Vang,
Vang.
that's a national talent there too. What's really also important is that, you know, a generation, her people, the Hmong people, a generation ago were being murdered by the Khmer Rouge. And here, one generation, you have this wonderful gift of beautiful song coming from her mouth, which is amazing thing. It has much more social significance than a pretty face singing the song very well. So at any rate, Sacramento Has Talent is coming right up on Saturday the 21st in beautiful Midtown, or East Sac, that's where we are, at the Coloma, I went there once, Coloma Community Center.
Yeah.
I think it's fascinating.
People, go ahead.
So I was just going to say, one of the things too, outside of the obvious value added for, neighboring communities with the outreach that Access Sacramento does already is, what I think is so good about this event is that it helps to kind of brand Sacramento as really kind of an entertainment capital. And as you see all this kind of forward movement and forward, momentum with the new arena deal and things of that nature, the idea that people from SAC can get discovered here in Sacramento now, as opposed to having to go to neighboring cities like San Francisco or even as far away as Los Angeles. I mean, we really do have the talent here. And so events like this are, I think, a great way to help brand the city in that way and really kind of promote our homegrown talent.
Boy, you couldn't have said it any better. It's so important, you know. I mean, the concept of well, they're building a sports arena, but we have great clubs.
Yep.
We have great jazz. I mean, you go on and on. Yeah, you're right. It is an entertainment city. I think we'll pursue that on an ongoing basis and hope that the city mothers and fathers and the county mothers and fathers follow that.
Right.
Okay, well, we got to say, you know, before we only have about a minute, so we really want to say, and that this is a reach out. If you have talent, right?
Right.
You say it. You say it.
Hit us up on our website, accesssacramento.org. Look for SAC Talent, and you'll find the link there where you can pre-register for the audition, or you can just show up. We'll take as many as we can till 12 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, we announce the top 10, and then from 1 to 2 on Saturday, 21st, it will be a live show in this studio, and we will anoint 2 or more people from the show to appear in the finals.
Great. Ed Fletcher, thanks so much for producing it. It must be fun.
No, it's great to have. This is the fun part now. I was worrying about all the judges and the host and all that other stuff. Now I get to sort of comb through talent, and I get an excuse to go out to the clubs every night and look for talented people.
What a hard job. And
Patrick's already in the clubs every night. So.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you both. I really appreciate you coming on. I'm going to bring my ocarina down and see what can happen.
Yes, let's do it.
All right. That's about all the time we have for this section. We'll be back in just a minute, but don't forget, at the end of the show, I'm going to give you some telephone numbers to call, or we're going to put it up on the screen for wonderful, the Brazilian Carnival. We got